Why go down with the ship when you can try to fix it? The Lord is my shepherd. I shall not want.
Well now, unless my eyes have finally given up on me, you're not a ghoul. And in this part of the world, that's about as rare as finding a fresh battery that ain't leaking acid. Surprised, more like expectant. You ever get that feeling someone was gonna walk through your door? Well, not someone, you. The Almighty upstairs must have sent you. No other reason you'd risk Wander and Linto Prim just to find an old rust bucket like me. Think, no friend, I know, he's been putting people and parts in my path all my life. Sometimes they're gears and screws, sometimes they're souls. Today, looks like you're both. And speaking of screws, that's actually why you're here. Yeah, special kind, brass, fine thread, precision grade. They're the only thing keeping my little projects from falling apart. And maybe keeping me from falling apart too. Problem is, the only stash I know of is in the Bison Steve Hotel across town. And, let's just say the place has got company. Weird critters, don't go for humans much, but something about ghoul flesh drives, am mad. I walk in there, I'm lunch. That's the plan. You bring me those screws, and you're not just helping me. You're helping whatever the Almighty's got planned for you next. Besides, I got a feeling he doesn't send people on errands for nothing.
God is our refuge and strength, a very present help in trouble.
They said Prim was empty, said it was safe. They didn't tell me about the noises at night, or the shapes moving in the dark. I holed up in the Bison Steve, figured I'd ride it out. Food's gone now, water too. Sometimes I hear something running up and down the holes. Doesn't sound like a man, doesn't sound like an animal either. If I make it till morning, I'm heading north. Maybe the air's cleaner there. Maybe the glow won't follow me. Did you find these valuable screws? Well, would you look at that? Fine thread brass, not a nick on them. You have no idea how rare this is out here. These little beauties, they're gonna hold together more than just a radio or a rifle. No, friend, they're what we needed. See, I've been hiding in this house, convincing myself I'm just biding my time. But you walking in here, that was no accident. The Most High sent you, clear as day. And if he's calling you to gather the lost, well, guess that means I'm done being lost. Safe place. Ah, sounds like something I haven't seen since the radiation came. Lead the way. Well, would you look at this place? 4 walls, a roof, and not a single bullet hole in sight. Feels like stepping into a clean circuit after years of bad wiring. Everything here just works. You really are building something here, aren't you? Not just a shelter, a blueprint. Guess the Almighty knew I'd fit right in. Hey, you've got a sharp eye, friend. Most folks don't know the difference between a wrench and a paperweight. But you see the value in the little things. I was the guy you called when your radio was on the fritz or your toaster started smoking. Could take apart a transmitter blindfolded and put it back together faster than most folks could find the on switch. When the ghouls hit, I was in my workshop. Power surge fried half my gear, and the radiation fried the rest of me. Took the skin right off and left me looking like, well, you can see. Didn't stop me from working though. A broken circuit's still a circuit, just needs the right repair. Same goes for people, far as I'm concerned. Prim used to have just enough scavenging to keep me fed and just enough distance from trouble to keep me breathing. I set up in that little house, fixed what I could, traded parts with whoever passed through. Then the critters showed up in the Bison Steve. Don't know what they are exactly. Not insects, not quite animals, but they sure don't like ghouls. I kept my head down and stayed inside, but the longer I hid, the more it felt like my gears were rusting shut. You showing up, Well, you got me turning again. Vegas, the last big spark in a dead grid. Still lit up, still buzzing, but it's all machines running the show now. Securitrons on every corner, scanning, patrolling. They'll let a human slip through if you've got the right pass or the right luck. But for ghouls, forget it. I'd get 2 steps in before I was target practice. Word is, there's still food, water, power, but no soul. Just the hum of systems running without a human hand. You'll find open desert. Looks empty, but it's got teeth. Ghouls, mutants, and other things the sand hides until it's too late. Scattered settlements, rust, and ruins. Just another fried circuit in the big broken board. Well, that's a story. Word is they came from far out west, someplace hardly anyone lives long enough to talk about. Some folks say it's where the sky itself fell to the earth, full of craters, ash, and worse. The critters, brown, crawling things with an unhealthy urge to multiply. They just spread like a short circuit on an unshielded line. They've eaten their way from out there to here. Often, friend, that's like asking if the sun comes up sometimes. If I'm not holding a wrench, I'm dreaming about it. Anything that's broken is a puzzle to me. Only with the bonus that, if you solve it right, it actually works again. I build, I fix, I modify, sometimes just to see if I can. Ask 10 ghouls, you'll get 12 answers. Some swear it was fallout from the bombings. The wind carried it in like dust. Others talk about reactors going critical when there was no one left to push the buttons. My theory, bit of both, and maybe a few things no one wants to talk about. All I know is, one day the air started glowing, and from then on, it didn't matter where it came from, just how long you could survive in it. Sure, as long as you have enough caps with you. Goodbye.
A good man, a rare thing in this wasteland, yet his hands still cling to what will burn away. He loves this world, its work, its tinkering, its dust. But the promise ahead is greater than any craft of men. He must learn to let go.